Previously on Euro Truck Simulator 2. What else we got? Oh, we got Santa. Could have had a Santa on there, I hadn't realised that. The old hula girl. Oh my god, we've got one for what's it called? League of Legends. We've got a little daft truck. In the same colour I love. That's going on there. What's this one then? Hi and welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator 2! I have a bad feeling about this because when it started it said the content may have changed, so I'm a little bit concerned when I push on the button here for the map that we are no longer where we said we are, and it did take an age to load. Where are we? Oh no, we're still there! We're still in Bari! Amazing! Right, okay, so the plan was to buy a new garage this week, and then start building on that particular area, because we've got a DAF, which we've just done really nicely actually. It seems almost a shame to change it to something else, but I think we're going to build a new garage, or we're not going to build a new garage, we're going to buy a new garage over here, and then we're going to hire some more drivers actually, and sort of get those online. I think we're going to go with man this time round, but I think we're going to go with the undomesticated sort of drivers first, if that makes sense. I'm going to build a couple of man trucks, and then I'm going to save up some money for a more expensive one myself. So what we'll do is we'll go with this one, which was over here. So I'm going to click on that, just making sure it's in there, so that we're going to do that, and we're going to go visit there, and we're going to buy another garage now, so that we're in Italy, so that we've got it somewhere in Italy that we can start working on. We're really starting to generate income now, because if you look here, we're at 289,752, so we're doing quite nicely. Anyway, first thing to do, change the music. Let's get the old official sort of music on. There we go. Butchers, it's called, this one. Right, okay. So let's stick that one on. And we've got the Butcher's music on. Now, it's just a long load, and I was really concerned because it's fine, but it was just a really, really long road. I do like that. Do you know something? I do like the way that looks. I think that's well worth doing. Anyway, let's get inside and let's put the reverse on. Do you remember all the things I bought the other day? So I've got like the little trucks along there, which I got with the daft thing, and new desky sort of area that sort of area to sort of put along the top there, that sort of tray, I guess, which kind of fits into it. We've got the new tray that fits in there, and I've got my aviators and my mobile phone on there now and other things. We've got our little diary down there, logbooks and things like that. And we've got a chair, and I forgot we got that lovely, great big glowing sign to go along with things. It's kind of cool. I'm very impressed by this truck. Right, okay. Let's swing us around. So let's go on down here and let's go buy this, and then we're gonna get some bits and pieces, and then we'll do a short journey. But first we're gonna hire some drivers, and we're gonna do the usual. It's a very busy road, this one. Not where we are currently, obviously, but the main road over there is very busy indeed. It's quite an interesting little town that we ended up in here. I kind of liked it. Just turn the sound down on my side a little bit. Just very loud all of a sudden. Right, okay. Little flats and things like that. So we're gonna buy this one here, which is not down this road, but the next one. That's right, I remember that now. So it's just down here. So it's quite an industrial little area, this one. There it is, there's a garage. Wow, it's like off a little side road as well. Kind of sealed away by itself. That's fine, let's get in here. So we're going to buy another one, buy another garage. This should cost us about 160 euro, 60,000 euros, 100 to 180, probably. It's a three truck one. Let's have a little look. Yeah, 180. That's fine. That gives us 109 left over for a truck. Yeah, I do want to buy this garage. There we go. From the back. I've not built to a larger one yet. I do need to do that at some point, because you can expand these to large as well. I don't know if there's any further after large. I know it certainly makes it 5 bay, doesn't it, when you go to large. Right, okay, so we need to do one other thing as well here. So if I'm going to press the escape button here, and I'm going to transfer myself to transfer my truck to it. So basically, I need to go to truck management, and I basically need to choose my truck, and I need to relocate it, including me, basically. And I need to relocate it to this one here, so that it's there. And I'm going to pick that slot there because I'm always number 1. And I should be assigned to that truck as well. So if I go to driver management, and I should just relocate as well. Myself to Bari, and to that truck. There you go. So I'm now relocated. It may actually have changed the time though in the process, because I think it might have moved me around while I've done it, unless it knew I was there. So we'll see. If I go back out now and back to drive, it might be night time. Yeah, it's kind of changed the time. It's kind of moved me around with the time, but I needed to relocate that in the first place. So maybe I should have relocated myself first and then done that. Or maybe not. Maybe the right time of the day. Okay, so we've done that. So I've relocated myself, which means just left a space there. Normally, what I would do is take my truck and move it to the original location and choose something else. But this time I'm not, because we're gonna do it online this time around. We're gonna order online for a truck. So if we go with truck dealers, and I think I've got a man one, so I'm gonna get a man one here. Can I buy online? No, because I haven't found one. I can buy online from that one because I've got it. I haven't passed a man dealer, it seems. Or do I? Ah, there is one there. Right, so that's going to have to buy online. Okay, so these are the man trucks that we've got available. So this is the cheapest of the cheap. This is a 4x2, because it's Europe. It's not a bad choice. 4x2, 350 horse, left-hand drive. Right, so let's customize the configuration on that. I quite like the yellow, actually, to be honest with you. I do quite like that one. We'll customize it a wee bit, and we'll have a little look, see if we can do anything with that. So let's customize the configuration just a little bit. So this is going to be our basic truck. I'm going to go inside and we'll have a little look at it. So this is the one we're going to get for one of our new drivers. So I'm going to buy online. I'm going to buy a driver online as well. I don't like normally doing that. I only like visiting the dealership in process. But at least if buy online, you don't have to worry about time. So these are different cabins we can have. There's a significant increase when you put the spoilers on the top. It's okay for normal stuff. It's very, very manoeuvrable. It's not a configuration that is very popular in the UK because of tax reasons, actually, to be honest with you. It's usually 6x2 minimum or 6x4. But it's not a normal configuration for that. So there's a 6x2. It's slightly more expensive. We're not going to do that one. And there's our engine. It's fine. It does the job. Very specific model. Transmission 12 speed, no retarder, so it basically doesn't. It'll keep speeding up. Let's have a look on the inside. Let's see what this is like. It's a very plain dash, isn't it? It's very quite like the space across it though. It doesn't eat into the space that you would have if you had a passenger. The space would be nice, and you've got a shelf underneath there. Yeah, if you had a passenger or somebody else with you, that doesn't really eat into their space. That's obviously a drawer that comes out of there. Nice clear, simple dash. Very sterile in a sense. And I've said this before, though. I quite like sterile as a sort of a look. What's the executive look like? Let's have a look at that just out of the sheer hell of it. Executive is all black. Quite like the executive. Isn't that nice? That accenting of it is nice to sort of bring in from the bits and pieces. Different radio as well. Look at that. And the air conditioning in the centre. Your cup holder. Pretty nice. We're not going to do that though. We're just going to go with standard. Colours. I actually quite like the sunny yellow. That's what it's called. Sunny yellow. I quite like that. I think I'm going to leave it with sunny yellow. I think that's the way to go. Not going to put the accessories on today. Not going to put the accessories in here. However, I am interested to see what we've got. I don't think we've got anything. I got to buy the dashboard set to do it. Yeah, you got the old putting things on the chairs and stuff like that. Delivery reports, magazines, Should we give him some magazines? Should we be nice and give him some magazines? There we go. Fisherman's World. We added a slight amount to the price of it all. Okay, so we are done with that. Confirm. It's going to cost us just over 100,000 with the magazines. Look. Confirm. And that's the one we want. Purchase. I want it here. Yes, I do. Bari in the second slot there. Okay. We've purchased it online. Now we need to hire a driver, so we're going to go with through the online system. You know, you have to find these things to do stuff, but we need to hire another driver here to work from. Where's the recruitment agency? There's one there in Naples. We've just passed one the other day. So hire a driver. Here we go. So we have our drivers. So we've got some 4.2 star ones already. Let's have a little look. I like the long distance because that's where they generate the most cash, and that one's got high value. She's might be a chance option actually. He's got slightly more, and he's also got more options available to him. Kathy C, just in time stuff. He's the best so far at the top. That top chap. Try to keep the costs down though, so we don't want to pay for too much for one of our drivers. We're scraping the barrel here with these guys. Toby. Yeah, they're getting worse. If you get further along, they'll be like 0.7 ones. Doesn't really matter as long as they bring an income in, but some of these are getting pretty untrained. They're very cheap, but they're not very well trained. I mean, the cost difference here between this is 361. Yeah, go up here, it's 413. There's not a lot actually in the value. He's the most expensive. We're gonna go with this lady. Give her a chance. I like the fact that she had the delivery stuff to begin with. I know he's better, and he's slightly better, but she has more just-in-time kind of stuff. If that, not just-in-time, but more heavy what are they called? High-value ones, which is what we're interested in because they make big money. So let's hire her. Let's choose this. Let's choose this truck, and let's get her working. So she is working now. So we have a little bit of money in the bank, and we need to find a job now. So it's very simple. That a quick thing, realistically, to get all that set up and ready to go. I'm quite pleased about that. I do need a new man truck myself. We must have a little look at that later. But we're going to drive. We'll drive the DAF for the moment before I swap it over. I've just got the DAF Perfect anyway, so we're going to keep driving it for a bit. Right. So we now have 10 drivers, including myself. Let's go find a job. So there must be somewhere close by. Now, I have done this before several times. We might actually just bring up a job thing here to find something small. So we have the job market, and we want the freight market, which is me to do something with. And then we want to see what we've got from where we're at. So if I click on where we're at, I'll do some freight market stuff. I'm not looking for something big here. I'm just looking for a simple enough quick journey. That's a long one. Actually, it's not as long as you think it is. Hang on. It's a just-in-time, though, by these things here. It's a high-value cargo, and it's fragile as well. It's 3 tons of computer processors, but it's actually mostly across the water. It seems like a longer journey than it is, but it's mostly across the water and a journey through into this French town here. Yeah, actually, I might take that one because that's just cross country. It's fairly busy, but it's cross country. So we'll set our GPS to find that job, and we'll go take that job. The computer processors. It's good money actually for what it is. In fact, very good money. £65 per mile. Just in time. Needs to be there Thursday. It is Tuesday now, so we should do that actually within reasonable time. So let's go find that job. Handbrakes on. Let's spin us around in this very tight car park. I wonder if you ever see your own drivers occasionally. I don't think I've ever seen my own drivers. I have drivers, obviously. I think I'm always gone before they get out and do their thing. If that makes sense. Oh, look, they wobble. I hadn't realised that the little trucks wobble, look. Hey, a little rocking on their spot. Kind of cool. Right, okay. Let's go get this job. We're off, and we're away. Apparently it's actually snowing in Milan at the moment. Was it Milan? Well, not Milan, sorry, Madrid. Sorry, Madrid. It's been one of them. We're having an Arctic blast, apparently. Not that we've seen it in the UK yet, but we're having an Arctic blast. Ugh, mucky. Very mucky. 43 miles per hour we can do here. I'll just lock the cruise control in for a minute while we get to this point. And round. And we'll get that. Not a big fan of snow and ice, I have to admit, when it comes to driving in it. I've been out a few times this week in the snow and ice, and it's not fun. If I'm honest, it's not my idea of fun. We're 3 miles away, 13 minutes off. I used to years and years ago. Oh look, there's the police already to block my journey. Don't think so. The turn off that I'm going to though, thankfully. Oh no, it's just they're just pulled up along there. I thought it was. No, it is the police. It is the police. Oh, I am right. They're not blocking anything. They tend to do a bit of blocking. But yeah, I years and years ago when I was sort of just learning to drive, and I didn't learn to drive until I was a lot older. Why am I slopping? Until I was a lot sort of older. I was 26 when I passed my driving test. I was given from my job I was doing. I was given a company car. I never owned a car until I was in my 40s, and I was given a company car. You know, any choice you want. I had this fancy Honda, that I chose. Of course, you know, it was my choice. And every year I used to go down this road, and it wasn't, everything else was fine because I lived in the city, so everything else was de-iced, and you know there was no issues with sort of, you know, getting along the roads. But there was the road that went down to where I worked, and it was let's just say it wasn't de-iced very often. Now that's fine in the morning. It's sort of, you know, when nobody else is there first thing, you know, and you've got there early, and you know you're doing day's work. That's absolutely fine. So the first year I did it, I went down this road sort of full tilt as it used to do because I was, you know, young and boy racery and all this kind of stuff, and I had a fancy car that was paid for by the company as you do. Again, flying down. All right, okay, let me go. Thank you. Flying down the road, and then applied the brakes. Yeah, they didn't work. I went pirouetting down the road to the bottom when I applied the brakes at high speed, and slid sideways and came to a brisk halt on the curb. I stopped. I did stop. I didn't kill myself in that way. But so brisk halt, absolutely fine. Right. Note to self: don't speed down there. They don't grit it, you know. And it's you know, when it's icy, which is absolutely fine, you know. Note to myself: got the message. Won't do that again. So second year I'm working there, and I'm driving down the road. I forgot all about what had happened the year before, and I whizzed down the road, and it wasn't first thing in the morning. In fact, it was quite late on. I applied the brakes. Brakes didn't work because I was going so fast, and it was, you know, sort of whatever else it was, sort of at the time it was. I played the brakes, and the next thing I found is that I was, morning chaps, I was spinning in a circle down the road, and I came to a halt about a foot away, or not a foot, about an inch away from another car. Not crashing into it, thankfully, and oh, Vaccines, look, that's ready hang on, where's my one? Oh, I must have missed it. Oh no, I didn't. That's confusing. I thought it was processors I was getting from here. Now there's medical vaccines. It'll do. It's the same impressive route. However, this one takes us right up Italy. 600 miles. No, we'll do the short one because I've already been chatting for a bit. So we'll do the short one. Yeah, so pirouetted down the road, stopped within an inch, a couple of centimetres of the car. Other cars mirror absolutely parallel with it. Quite amazing, really. I got out of the car to a round of applause from my work colleagues because the brakes had been squealing so badly as I'd come down the road. Everybody had come out to see what the hell was going on and managed to watch my entire episode. It was the days before mobile phones had recording, by the way, because I think it would have been all over the blooming, work internet and things like that if I'd done the whole thing. There we go. So we've got advanced parking. I forgot to mention that advanced parking. So I have to hit the pin of the fifth wheel, which are the two bits that couple the things together. Absolutely spot on. And this time I got it first time round. So sometimes I have a little bit of a fiddle doing it, but this week absolutely fine. So we're raising the legs and we're getting ready to go, which is absolutely cool. Well, let's get back in the truck and let's get out of here. So, just in time job. So, yeah, me and ice and snow. To be fair, I'm a lot better nowadays. I remember being sent to somewhere. I live near the Lake District, so in Cumbria, and I was sent to a place in the middle of the winter. And I couldn't get up and there was a hill, and it's a very steep hill, and it's one of them ones with the old, reduce your gears and all this kind of stuff. Very, very steep indeed. And I stopped at the bottom of the hill because I could see it, and I watched as several cars attempted to go up it and squirming sort of left and right as they attempted to make it up this extremely steep hill, which was covered in snow and ice and everything else. And there's a car underneath me who's let me go. I'm going to come off here. Right. Try not to hit anything this time round. It's very pretty out here. Anyway, so squirming left and right, up the hill, I stopped at the bottom. I was like, nope, that's a no today. Definitely not going up there. Can't make it to destination. I phoned the customer, said I can't make it. Snow and ice. He said, oh, don't be silly. Go along the road about 2 miles and you'll find a little turning. I was like, really? And she's like, yeah, you'll find a little turning. I was like, okay. So went along the road, snow and ice, 2 miles. Got down the road, and it had taken me uphill slowly, and this route was very slow, and I'm driving through it, and the snow's like a foot so deep, and the only person out there is a farmer with his sheep watching me from his ATV going, do you know what, I'm going to have to rescue shortly. Funnily enough, I made it. The only problem was, once I got across the top of the hill, I had to make my way back down to where they were, which sounds fine, except for the fact that the only way to get down was down a very steep hill. So once I applied the brakes, I then skied down into the town. It was one of these one of those moments where it's like, well, if I don't stop, I'm just going to end up in the pond at the bottom, and quite literally that was the case. So I applied the brakes, pointed it in the rough direction, made small movements, and slid down the whole thing. There was no other option. I wasn't driving it, and if you drove it or put any power in at all, you were in big trouble. So I slid down the hill. So I'm not a big fan of ice. I was a number of years ago. Was it the Beast from the East? Do you remember the Beast from the East? That was a big storm. That was I'd helped a few truck drivers dig themselves out with that during that, and some van drivers. There was only a slight slope on the road we were on, and these van drivers decided they'd come down. We had to dig them free because they couldn't get out. They just couldn't get any grip to get up the road, so we helped dig them free, and we also helped the truck driver do exactly the same. Just literally couldn't do it because the load he had, this slight incline was just too much. The snow was just so heavy. But as I say, much better with snow and ice nowadays. I'm a bit of obsessed with it though. So whenever it comes down, and we've had a bit on the drive, I've been down and I've cleared the drive. I just can't help it. I'm absolutely obsessed by it. Simply because I have to get on and off that drive, and if I have to get on and off that drive, then without a doubt I am going to de-ice it. However, we're a bit slow getting some grit this year, and when I went to a few DIY stores recently to get some grit, the answer was no grit for your drive, which was really annoying actually, if I'm honest. Right, so we are making our way across to this. It's a French town, isn't it? In this little island. So is it French and Italian that island? Good job it's in the European Union, or you'd otherwise got customs and things like that to deal with, wouldn't you? Right. We're coming up to a toll gate. I've got a telepass, so I should be able to go over this one. That's what it says there. Telepass. Telepass. So basically they scan me in and out, because I've got one of these passes in the front of the there. So next to my aviators up there is a little pass that allows me to drive through this automatically. They scan it as I go through. Very quick to go up, but I'm a bit quick. I'm coming through a bit quick, so. Italy's beautiful. It is. It's absolutely stunning. It's a nice drive across Italy. Or certainly what I've seen of it so far. I'm looking forward to more. No cars underneath. We're good to go. Out we come. Get up to 50 miles per hour and we're blasting along the road. It's alright, I've gone quiet there, haven't I? I was just concentrating for a minute, just getting to 50 miles per hour and working my brain, working it out in my head. That was all. Just generally sort of doing it. It's been a very quiet week in the sense of doing things. I've been out a little bit, not a lot. I've probably only done about, I don't know, 70 or 80 miles this week. Not an awful lot. I've even there's a couple of days this week I've just worked from home. It was easier than doing anything else, and just rather than going anywhere. Just sort of, I think everybody's in the same sort of mood. Everybody's in the same sort of mood. It's not the same as I know that they want to make it the same as the lockdown back in sort of April, but they haven't. They haven't sort of applied the same rules, have they? Doesn't feel quite the same. That whole go to work if you can go to work thing is, if you can't work from home is kind of a bit ridiculous. It just means everybody goes to work, which doesn't make a whole heap of sense when you're trying to keep everybody at home, in my mind. But hey, don't know. Just one of those things, isn't it? Just one of those things. No, so not an awful lot going on. Just a bit quiet. Been enjoying the show that's called the America United States. Been enjoying that, the whole madness that's going around it. Not enjoying the fact that a sitting president incited violence from his supporters. I think that was. I was actually shocked by that. I think that's and I didn't think it was uncharacteristic. I just thought it was a bit shocking, realistically. So. What else is going on? Not a lot, chaps. Not a lot. Chaps and chapesses. I don't know if any ladies watch this. I don't know if they... it's always those things, isn't it, about gamer tags. I was watching... there's a channel. He calls himself... RMC? He used to be called Retro Man Cave. And he decided that calling it Retro Man Cave would put off other viewers because it's a man cave rather than necessarily everybody cave or a retro cave in general. So he decided to rebrand, and I mean it's kind of right. I mean I suppose my name, Real Generic Demon, which comes from my gamer tag, to be honest with you, might put off somebody because it's kind of that name, if that makes sense. But I don't see why it would, to be honest. But I don't suppose I'm that finicky about things. I'm supposed somebody thinking that I'm a demon or something like that. Might be a demon. Might think it's bad. Look at that white car forcing it's trying to force that fire engine to move. And I'm just catching up with him. Everybody's jammed now. Oh, there we go. He's finally moved. You're going to accelerate past him at speed now. There you go. Look at that. Pretty cheeky. I'm guessing that to get snow and ice in... I probably don't get snow and ice in Italy, actually, at this point in time. But to get snow and ice in the game... Maybe high up you would. But anyway. But to get snow and ice within the game... I guess you have to mod the game in some way. It's kind of interesting that a game that's 8-9 years old now, and the stuff they do is brilliant, by the way. The add-ons they do are brilliant and all this kind of stuff. But you would think that the weather effects and those kind of things would be on their radar to do at some point. Got a bit of a cold today, I think. Very dry. I had a poor night's sleep last night. Just tossing and turning a bit. Went to bed not too late. Watching that. God, it's an old movie now, isn't it? I think it's 1999, isn't it, or 1998? I think it's 98 actually. Or maybe it's older. No, it's 98. I think it's 98. I'm going to say 98. I think. The movie. I'm probably wrong, but I was watching Fight Club with Ed Norton and Brad Pitt in it, and that I still like that movie to this day. It's very gritty styling. I really quite like Fight Club. I think it's a great sort of styled movie. The rise of the no man, you know, the sort of the person of just sort of, you know, anybody. It can be anybody, if that makes sense. Very interesting. Well, they're making good time here. The hills are rolling beside us. Squirming across the road. Haven't actually done anything sensible here, though. I really haven't, because I haven't checked for anything else. We're crossing and passing. See if there's other bits to pieces that be there. Other shops and sort of grey options this time around. Well, I wanted to hire that driver. I wanted to buy that thing, and I wanted to just to make a journey across the sort of across Italy and go back where we were, and then spend some more time in Italy next week, and we'll do that. So that's the plan anyway. We need more. I tell you what, we do need. We need more drivers next week. What a bridge! Wow. We need more drivers next week. That's what we definitely need to do. Quickly get some more of those. We need more drivers. Hopefully another truck. Hopefully we'll start generating some income. We're at 8,666 for our cash at the moment. So we got that many euros. We're not a huge sum of money, that one. So the fingers crossed we managed to generate some more income while I'm driving now. Hopefully we will, because I've got a nighttime sort of sleepover and whatever else it is. My drivers should do it. One of my drivers generated a huge sum of money the other day. I was quite surprised. In fact, in the couple of episodes that we've had since I bought the last garage, we've really built up the cash. It's really sort of flown in the sense of doing it. I do like that XF cup, by the way. I've just been, and it's in the orange as well. I know, and the black. So we now got the orange and the black and the stripes on the truck itself. Very nice. Very nice. I do like that. Yeah, so we've got plenty of drivers doing their job. Don't normally come outside the truck, but it does look good. Ah! Squirmed all over the road. I hope there was nothing behind me. That's why I don't come out the truck. I try to drive it as is. Let's telepass again over here. There we go. Through the telepass to pay for this. Pushing the company here with this thing. I could have gone through that one as well. That's a telepass as well. Afternoon. Let's get back up to 50 miles per hour. Nothing on the underside. I love my little toys. That's why I'm pleased to actually have the truck itself. Come right over. Nobody underneath me this time. Do you remember when I did that a couple of episodes ago? Was that even 2 episodes ago where I drove into the other trucks? That was really bad, wasn't it? It was terrible. We're in Naples now. I haven't looked at anything in Naples. Oh, look at this broken building. Wow. Anyway, sorry, wasting time there looking at broken buildings. Don't think I've seen run-down buildings before. Like that. Now, do I give way to them or do they give way to me? He's just gone on. Okay. That's fine. Never quite understand some of the road rules. I think, is it France where you have to give way to the people entering, not the other way around, not to the person on the roundabout? Or does that only apply? I think it's at the Arc de Triomphe. There we go, my bit of French knowledge here coming in. The Arc de Triomphe, I'm sure it's the Arc de Triomphe that it applies to, because they have a bit of a odd, it's just an odd system. It's very busy though, the Arc de Triomphe, when it's been done. It's a sort of like, it's a big arc basically. U-shaped thing. I can't see through the mirror at all. Underneath this bridge here. I'm sure we went over this earlier when we came out of Naples before. I think this is funny speed-wise as well. When we were in Naples, it was up and down speed-wise. I'm sure it drops down all of a sudden here very, 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 very quickly. Yeah, I think the speed really drops here. There you go. Whoa! That was a bit quick to give me an offence. I just got fined there really quickly. I just entered it at whatever speed it was. It gave me that offence really quickly. I feel a bit cheated with that one. It's an amazing looking city though. It's very busy. There's a garage right there as well. Train going along, look at that. The modelling in this game is just stunning, isn't it? Even if they aren't real buildings and real roads, it's really stunning. I think somebody said that the American one was more accurate to some of the cities. I'm not sure how accurate that will be, but somebody said that was the case. There's our ferry there. Our little toy car vehicle trucks. The endless sandwich. Never goes off that sandwich. Never goes stale. You know how a sandwich like curls on the edges. I'm really being careful because these lot have been bad with me recently. Okay, right. Let's get on let's get on this ferry and get out of here. I wonder what we'll park next to this time. Last time it was a Volvo lorry. Oh, it's one. It's a whatever that is, fruit and veg of some sort. On tick or something like that. On lick, I don't know. On lick. There we are. We're parked. Let's go. Let's travel. So we're going to. We're not going to Palermo. We're going to Calgary. So let's do that. So this is obviously Italian and this is obviously French. It's quite interesting. I never knew that. We're making our journey here. I'm hoping we're going to make some money because that's just cost me a lot of money. I've got 48,000 all of a sudden. Look at that. Let's get out here. Handbrake was on as usual. We're well rested. 9 hours and 36 minutes to go. We're going to make our way out of here, up the through the country, and then we are going to go Takes it. Oh, I thought for a minute I was going to hit that sign. I didn't. Time is it? 6:26 a.m. Right, so down there in the bottom right in that old GPS, we've got the speed. I'm doing 22, 25 miles per hour. The gear we're in, which is a 10, automatic 10. We've got the damage to the truck, which I repaired recently, so we've got no damage on the truck. We have the diesel, which is plenty for what we've got to do, about half a tank. How tired I am? Well, we've just had a nice sleep on the ferry, so we are well and truly rested. And then we have the envelope, which only comes into play occasionally with some changes, followed by the time, which is 6:34 a.m. Then below that is our destination, which is a little flag, and we're going to get in at Wednesday at 14:03 at the moment, because of course we've got another ferry trip as well. But we are making extremely good time at the moment, extremely good time. Come over, look at the purple light from the daft thing behind me. Rather like that. Almost half tempted to take a little trundle through this town, but it's going to take me off course quite a lot actually. So we're gonna carry on. 48,000 though in the bank now. So one of my drivers has done an amazing job, or a few of my drivers have done an amazing job. All of a sudden we're back in the money. It doesn't take much to do it. We're barely scraping the. We're not exactly scraping the bottom of the barrel. It takes about 3 days, it seems, for a new driver though to kind of get into the groove of doing it, or getting into driving it. Certainly always seems that it's a long time for the new drivers to get themselves going. I suppose I could have gone round that way, but okay. Oh, sign! Got a sign in the mirror. Did you see that? Don't watch. Don't watch. Look away. Terrible. Hit another sign. Can't believe it. I was trying not to. Do you know what? I was trying to avoid the car in front of me. I was kind of pulling over far too hard on one side just to avoid the car in front of me. Always happens. Right, 40, 30, 30, 31 again. Speed limits go up and down here like a yo-yo. I'm quite pleased we've got 48,000 in the bank, because for a minute there I thought we weren't going to be able to pay the drivers. Nice and wide. There's a very narrow roads on this island. I kind of like it. It's a bit of a challenge. I kind of like the challenge of the road. Plus, I can make a lot of mistakes on this bit. Oh. I'm coming on, whether you like it or not. So we're going basically one end of the country to the other here, just to get another ferry to get into the other island, and then we've got to go crawl across there. It's a just-in-time job. What were we taking? Vaccines. We were medical vaccines. I thought that was very apt, actually. Very apt. Okay, ploughing across. So the time in the waypoint says we've got 8 hours and 58 minutes to go. There is, and obviously installed in that, there is another ferry trip, which I'm going to assume is a couple of hours maybe. Don't think it'll be that far. So we've got another one of those. We've got 295 miles to go. It won't be 8 hours because we've got all that journey there. Not so much of it land-based. We'll just gently make it up the countryside here. Yeah, I've got a bit of a cold. I'm not happy. It's not COVID, by the way. It's not the right symptoms. Not the right symptoms at all. Just feel a bit cold. Just feel a bit rough. Say, not a good night's sleep, not one of those. I don't know why as well. It's not like I wasn't, I think I was a bit cold last night. That's the funny thing. Our house was, it's an older house, and when the radiators were fitted in it, they were fitted, instead of fitting below windows, which is the usual place for them, because there's kind of that, to deals with the cold, so they fit within the windows and then reflect inwards. They're actually not. They're all in the centre of the building, so the heat radiates out. Well, I sleep next to the window, or near the window, and I think I just get a bit of a chill sometimes. There's a bit of damage on the road there. So I sometimes think I get a bit of a chill as a result of that. Just one of those nights. Sort of kept on waking up, tossing and turning, waking up, tossing and turning, waking up, tossing and turning, feeling a bit chilly, and just slightly uncomfortable, really. I've got one of these smartwatches. I quite like it actually, because it's been quite good this year for sort of keeping up with the number of steps I do, for instance, and just making sure that I'm doing the steps I require each day, which is really good. I've done loads in the last few days because I've been back at work and sort of wandering around factories and things like that and doing bits and pieces. But I've got these smartwatches, and I always think that and it does. You can actually sleep with it on, and it sort of measures your sleep and how well you slept. And to be fair, if I had it on last night, I reckon it would have been awful. It would have been a lot of restlessness, I think. I didn't think I would have got the sleep I would have got. So my wife got up at 8 o'clock this morning, which, considering we went to bed at sort of 12:30, it's actually not that many hours sleep. She got up at 8 o'clock and went downstairs, and I kind of tossed and turned in bed for about an hour, and then thought, that's it, I'm getting up. 9 o'clock, it's late enough. I'll get up and I'll come downstairs as well, and I'll record some videos and just get things done. So for the weekend. I do like recording videos, actually. I think I've got a reasonable rhythm for it, but some weeks I'm so busy I don't get a chance to do it during the week, and so say less perky, if that makes sense. When certain times I was definitely less perky during the week, so you probably didn't want a video then during that, just because I've been busy. You just wear yourself out, don't you? And as much as I love talking to myself and you guys, I sometimes not as talky as I'd like to be, so I kind of play games and other bits and pieces. Played a bunch of stuff this week, and to be fair, I've just lots of little things all over the place. This mini that's coming up underneath me is annoying me. I hate that. Undertaking me. This countryside is just amazing. This island is amazing. Turn off the indicator. I love the dappling of the road, the trees on the road. I do think it's amazing. I've just realised there's a lovely reflection in the surface there of this top here, out the window. So there's a reflection just on the surface above the handbrake. There's a little reflection on the corner of there. That's just amazing. That was a reduction in speed, and then we're going straight back up to 50. You're just annoying me now. Junction here. Oh no, 25 now. Oh, because people are turning, that's why. I suppose that actually makes sense. Sort of. Just caught me with a tune there. I'm making it up. I bet you can get those XF cups real in the real world. I suspect I need a real generic demon one, don't I? You can get them printed, can't you? So I've got my logo and everything. Stick my logo on it and get one of those printed. Get a t-shirt printed. Right. I've got my, if you follow me for anything else, I've got my What's on the Tape to record later this afternoon. Gonna probably choose one and do a single side on it, I think, because it's been a busy busy week, so I might just chill with a something simple, relax with a bit of that. I hope you've all been well, though. I do hope you've all been well, and that nobody you know has been caught by this horrible, nasty thing that's going on. I do hope that that's the case. I hope you're all well and nobody's been caught by it. And if you have, I hope you recovered perfectly well. This countryside is just amazing. It's kind of very. For what it is, it's very rugged, isn't it? I mean, that's the other thing, isn't it? Do you remember? If you're old enough to remember the old sort of, there used to be a thing called spaghetti westerns, and they were filmed in Italy, weren't they? That was the reason why they were called spaghetti westerns. It's kind of the cultural thing. Clint Eastwood used to do quite a lot of them. He used to do a lot of the sort of things. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Pale Rider, things like that. We don't do westerns very much nowadays. Westerns used to be a major thing. Do you remember when that used to be a big thing? If you're old enough, you'll remember the we had like westerns and TV series of westerns. Like everything was a western. It was just you couldn't go anywhere without getting a Saturday afternoon. There was a western on every channel. That was the thing. Same with the Sunday, to be honest with you. After you'd got past all of the various religious programs, there was always westerns on the telly. Nowadays, you barely see them. Cowboys and Indians was a huge sort of part of growing up. Don't do it nowadays. Probably something political at this point, because of course Cowboys and Indians, the Indians were the original Native Americans, and and maybe that nowadays it's politically incorrect to do Cowboys and Indians in that sense. As a kid, you probably didn't see it that way, but I guess you always found that you were the good and the bad guys, and everybody was the cowboy, weren't they, rather than the Indian. Come on, I feel like I'm drifting here with these guys. Come on. Oh, we're on stop now. You've all taken your time so much that we've stopped again. Right, park behind it. Coach driving. So we're gonna have to wait until next year, though, for the edition of Spain and Portugal, which isn't sad, because they've done it to delay any issues with COVID and things that are going on. So I kind of understand that. They haven't been back in the office since March, I think. It's what they said. They haven't been in the office since March. So sorry, I was rubbing my nose there. So if it went very quiet, it was because I was rubbing my nose. It's itchy all of a sudden. What did he stop for? Almost ended up in the back of him. I don't know what he stopped for. A canal of sorts? Very industrial bit now. Yeah, I came to a screeching halt there. I almost ended up in the back of him. Could do without that. 59,000 euros in the bank now, though. This is the port. I'm trying not to hit anything this time round. Oh, rock faces there. There's our ferry. Let's go for it. Do you remember when I came out of this port before and I didn't see the truck that was on the other side of the road and just ran into it, and I had to reverse out so that he could get past me. I just couldn't see because it's such a little busy little road, this one. Right where it is, just here. That's where he hit me, coming out of there. Morning. How you doing? No response. Never any response. One of these days it's gonna happen. All the yachts and bits and pieces, little boats, little yachts, little boats, and we're there. Right, okay. I'll even put the handbrake on because I'm being good. Let's do our next travel. I don't know how you pronounce that. Ajaccio? Maybe? I don't know. Completely wrong. But we're going up here. Right to the top. To Biasta? I don't know. Not very good with these language things. I'm really bad. Got my medical vaccines though, so we're alright. Right, handbrake off. It's 2:07, 2:08 in the afternoon, so turn the lights off on the truck. Let's swing on out. Last time there was what I would have called a minor patch, and all of a sudden I'm thrown back a bit on the game, but this time round the patch was obviously navigated okay, but it just took ages to load, and my machine's got my PC has got NVMe's in it, so particularly fast ones, because I thought, hey, well, why not, because I'm just using it as a games machine anyway. So I was quite surprised how long the update took to load on here. It was a bit of a shock to me. It was like, oh wow, well, that's taking a while. Some more yachts and speedboats and things. Traffic lights. Oh. Bit of a debate going on there. We'll watch the lights, we'll do that. They're sort of doing something very awkwardly. There's a yacht over there, look. Sort of parked up. I was going to take... You know what it was? I was going to take a blooming helicopter, wasn't I? I forgot. Oh, I can't believe it. Oh, I do apologise. I was going to take a helicopter because I saw Mark Middleton take a helicopter. And I fancy taking a helicopter. In the end, I've not done a helicopter. I've bought a garage and forgotten all about the helicopter. Sorry, I'm sniffing. I do apologise for sniffing. Right. These boats and yachts and things. I'm going to come over now, save time. I like the palm trees. $2.17. We have 2 hours of journey to go. 85 miles. Most of it will be slow because it's through this sort of basic countryside. So it'll be pretty windy and wild. But at least this time round it's daytime. So we're going to go through it in the middle of the day, which is quite nice. I don't think I've been back the way. Damaged the building, look. I don't think I've been through... I've been through it in the day, but I don't think it's been a while since I've been through in the day. Right, here we go. So soon we'll be out of this city. Or this town. Maybe a town, is it? Crossing the pavements already. As you do. And we're going to jump, we're going to get straight onto this and sort of... I'm going to try and avoid smashing anything any further. Which is obviously the kiss of death for me when I play this game, because I'm very good at smashing into things. I do a lot more damage than I'd expect. You know, I do rip down all your signs. I don't get penalised for it, though. You never seem to get penalised for ripping down signs, which is really weird. You'd have thought I would have been. Just sort of, you know, don't smash the signs. You know, just get on with it. But anyway, so thus far, not been penalised for the crime of smashing signs. That was a Goya Grill there. Right. All over Italy at the moment. Oh, must have cut the curb there because I felt a buzz in my hand, the vibrating controller. At some point I do need to go back to a proper trucking thing, but I can't, thus far I haven't. I'd need to find a good one, actually, to be fair. I've got one at the moment, but it's not the best. Going down that hill is just superb. Scenery is just amazing. Railway track there. I do like it. I do like travelling around and stuff like this. I've often discussed travelling at night, and when you're in these sort of country roads in the middle of nowhere, they can be very haunting, actually, to be honest with you. But especially as it sort of dusk comes in and whatever else, it's very nice. I went through a road recently. It was sort of, and it wasn't raining, but it was really kind of foggy and whatever else. It was really, and funnily enough, the fog just sort of lifted, and I was left with a sort of this beautiful sort of open road and valley and whatever else. It was just clear as bell. And then we dipped back into the fog. It was kind of going up and down, as you went up and down the mountainside. It's really quite impressive. Nice place to stay there for a night. If you were wanting a rest, that would be the place. We've taken our ferry. We're making our way across the island. 50 miles per hour is the speed limit, which is good. 31 now. There we go. We'll make it just working our way across. I was looking at there's a game on the Switch, and it's going to be on the PC soon, so the Nintendo Switch. There's a game called Truck Driver, which a few people have been playing. It actually looks like it's got a storyline rather than rather than building a business like this. Is more of a simulator. It seems to have a storyline, and you basically do various driving jobs for people, and as you play through it, you unlock stuff, which obviously this game unlocks more things the better driver you are, the level you are, which is a nice feature, but it does the same sort of thing. But I was trying to look at for the PC, but it's not available yet. So I'm tempted by the Switch version, but to be fair, it's 40 odd quid, and I'm like, really? And it's technically still, for the PC, it's still well, it's not early access because they haven't released it yet, but it's still at that stage, of play. I'm just looking at the steering wheel and looking at the indentations on it, just all highlighted in the sun. It's kind of cool. Don't know. We're looking at it, sort of with it, half interested, if that makes sense, because there's plenty of other trucking and driving games out there. Definitely want to do some bus driving, but there is a 2021 version of the Bus Simulator coming out. There's 21 it's called. It's Bus Simulator 21 is coming out. 18 is what I've got. Bus Simulator 18 is what I've got. But as I say, 21 is coming out. I'm quite tempted by 21. They didn't actually do an awful lot with 18 though. It always disappoints me though. They did a little bit of additional content, and I often moan about additional content, but I don't mind it if I'm playing the game and I feel it's fair. It's not added. It's not taken away from the original game. Now you can still play it without. There are little bits of additional content where I think some extra buses, some extra man buses, but that was it. Wasn't very much to be fair. So I didn't begrudge getting some extra buses and whatever else is, but I like to think that everything's included. I think maps are the thing, because they can be quite complex and quite big rather than some kind of drawing of a vehicle. This is a nice windy road, isn't it? I was waking our way across. I think I've been down this one before though. Can't remember. I knew the speed limit was going to change there, because I saw the sign for a start off. I saw the sign for the speed limit, but I knew it was going to change. I knew we were going to go down the speed-wise in this little town, amongst the hills. Look at that, beautiful. No wonder they're having lunch outside. Here we go. Wow. 19 miles per hour. $19 through there. Back to 31. That's very nice. Very nice indeed. Mountainside. It's just so the modelling on this area is so impressive. It's so beautiful. It's just amazing. We are 49 miles away, 49 minutes away, 31 miles away. So we're not far at all, but I think it's going to be all this for the rest of the way. All windy roads up and down. To be fair, I mean, it takes an awful lot of skill. Maybe not from me, but from, you know, if you're a truck driver and you're having to do all of these windy roads, I suppose it's like anything else, isn't it? You learn how to do it. So you learn from experience what you need to do, and you know, about going through things like this. I don't think you can beat a Walnut Dash though. Not far away at all. You can see it now. We're just looking over here. On the wrong side of the road. It's fine, as long as nothing comes the other way. There's a car behind me. They've been known to overtake you on this kind of stuff. It's just ridiculous. Right. Here we go. Round that way. Round we go. That's obviously where we're going to. Or somewhere near that. Maybe. Maybe not. Right, gonna join this road. Pulling on in. 50 miles per hour again. And we're winding our way through the road. Just final throngs the whole thing of this journey. It's been a decent length episode. We've had a journey. We've hired a driver. We've got a new man truck on the old books. We have a speeding offence because I'm speeding again. God, 66,000 euros in the bank. Oh, we're making it through there, pushing on. I wonder if one of the pro mods includes, and I've not used any of these, by the way, because I'm a bit very, very vanilla when it comes to this game. But oh, sugar! The speed thing is just dropping so quickly. I keep missing it. 19 miles per hour. I've just got 3 fines on this journey. I was trying to behave myself. Anyway, no, but I do wonder whether or not... Have you ever seen propellers being taken on trucks? That's really impressive. You know, like propellers for turbines. They're huge. And they have articulated turning parts at the end. They're kind of like our large loads in this game. Not been here before. It's all grey, you see. There's our facility here. This is an airport. Dunno. Odd shaped building. Police car behind me now. 31 miles per hour. It is an airport. What the heck are you doing? He went right round the roundabout to come back on me. He's probably watching me ripping down signs. He's been tracking me. There we're going in here. Yeah, it's by the airport. International airport. Wow. Across the curb. Just. And time for a bit of parking. Parking madness. I remember when I was really bad at this. I still am, but I'm a lot better than I used to be. But I remember when I was really, really bad at this, and initially, sort of, you know, I had a pretty awful tire. Afternoon. Must be near your end of your shift by now. Yeah, I used to be really, really, really bad at this. So I'm wondering if this has got one of these lorries that has, or trailers that turns with me. Okay, that's not going to be a good position, I can tell now. No. Don't know if it turns with me. Let's... I might be able to get it over. No, I'm going to crash it into that. Into that barrier there. Would be hit. Okay, let's get back in the cab and let's just twist, just come across a bit further, and then we'll come over this way a bit, straighten us out. At least I'm a little bit better angle wise if I'm over here. That's cool. Right, that works for me. Yeah, if I can actually push the thing over. Come on, truck, push over, over. Come on, keep going over. I managed to actually do that, so I'm now further over than I was. I'm still going to hit that barrier. That's crap. What are you doing? I think I'm confusing myself by being outside. Let me just go back inside. I'm having real troubles again with my brain engaging. This is where, though, for me in this game, it's where I have to kind of turn off my talking and concentrate on my driving, and that's what happens with me here. So I'm just concentrating. Right, okay, let's just... And... It's in. It's in. Moment I stopped, you know, try to look at it and from any other angle was the moment it went in. So we went in and we parked in the end. I love the unloading part here, by the way. I do love it when it just winds that off. That is excellent. We managed to get parked. That's brilliant, and we did it within a reasonable length of time as well. So we got a decent financial score from that one. Have I leveled up again? Oh, I have. I've leveled up again. So we get to do a little choice here. I'm an instructor now. Level 25. So, what are we going to put on here? Should we put some more classes that we can take, or should we get more long distance? I've been doing a lot of long distance recently. I've been doing the sort of 600-mile jobs and, you know, these kind of things. So, I don't know. I think we need to build up these ones, though, because these are the ones that make you your money. Sorry, these ones here make you money. So just in time is basically faster when it's just in time deliveries. I would have made more from that. Fragile cargoes are also, you make more money when you've got that. You've got high value ones. You've got long distances, basically over the distance. You get level 6 on that. And then these are different class of things you can take. I'm tempted to up these ones again so that we can get some bigger money on that. I'm not doing the 900-mile jobs, really. I have done one or two, but I've not been doing them any. Mind you, saying that, deliveries anywhere, I get more money. A 30% higher reward. No, it's journeys up to that. So journeys anywhere, you make and up to 30% higher on. Oh, so you get more money for journeys anywhere. Oh, let's do that one. Let's do that one. Let's choose that one. Might as well make more money on every journey. And now also we get some upgrades as well available to us. So we get new ones for... Oh, look at this. The XF paint for the caramel one. We've got lower grills and other bits and pieces that come along with this. A few other ones. Caramel paint. Some lower grills. Some Scania stuff. It's quite nice, actually. We get some new class of engine as well for the Volvos. And then we've got upgrades for the actual types of... Oh, we've even got the thermo ones now. So these are for the trailers, which I've not really invested in. I should spend some time on the trailers, but I've never actually spent any time on the trailers. Okay, world map. Let's find somewhere to park. Let's find a place to rest for the evening. Okay, there is a place right there. which is as good a place as any in this town. So that is 13 miles away, so it's just down around the corner, and we'll go take a rest, and then we'll call it a day for a day. But that was quite interesting. I quite enjoyed that. Got 100,000 in the bank now, 100 already in a single episode. Technically 3 days worth of work for the gang. What a truck! Loving that. Loving the reflection of the trees in it as well in the front. It's kind of cool. Anyway, let's get in there. Let's get out here. Let's get ourselves rested for the night, and then we're ready for our next job. I hadn't realised this was the international airport, though. We'll have to have a look and see if we can find a helicopter, though. Must be able to, especially here. Especially here. There must be something like that here. This is a cracking truck. I really do like this. I do like my toys as well. I think they're brilliant. I might have to buy some more of those, actually. You know, you get the little add-ons from the game, which I actually don't begrudge, because they updated them recently, and we basically got, if you already owned it, you already got those updates for free. There wasn't like another add-on pack. It was like, you know, the bits inside your truck, they're all there for free, whether you like, you know, not whether you like it or not, but they're all there for free anyway, which I think is really kind of cool. I think that's a really nice feature of the game, that the things you already own, you don't need to buy them again. So all these bits and pieces, most of these bits and pieces that are in my truck are there. I bought the DAF add-ons, so that's why I've got that sort of multi-tray thing that's there. So yeah, they're very good with what they do, and especially as maps are the big one. You know, that's their big addition to the whole thing. Yep. Do you know what? Annoys me that. Just coming to a halt on the roundabout for some reason. That's what happened to that car before, and just nearly, you know, I nearly smashed into it. Anyway, on we go. Making forward motion. 31 here. Speed limit. Excellent. 31. If we get enough money soon, I'll buy another man truck actually for that thing, but I'll do it next episode. We'll buy another man one for the person who's another driver for my new, was it Barry I'd put it in? It was, wasn't it? Barry? Don't know. But buy another truck and get another person going. You thought I was going to go through that there. The sun coming across the dashboard, it's brilliant. Look at that. Amazing lighting. Right, okay, on we go. To park where we need to. Unfortunately, there's nothing to look at here. No, the international airport nearby. Somewhere to park for a time. Looks as good a place as any. Get a nice day trip out. Afternoon. Late afternoon. Here we go. Get ourselves loaded up here and parked up. I'm interested, before we completely call it a day, see whether or not the new driver I've got has done something, if that makes sense, or whether they've there she is. Lovely. I'm just interested to see, before we completely quit, whether or not my driver has done anything in the sense of made any money, the new driver we've got. So let's have a look at the new driver manager, and let's have a look at our new driver. Yeah, they've made some money. So they're not the fastest or whatever else it is, but they've made some money. That's good. Who's making the most though? Some of these are not as high as I thought they would be. Christine C is always good, but she's a 5-star driver. 5.8 star driver. I didn't realise you could go beyond that. What am I? 7.5. Oh, you can go up to... Somebody said we could go up to 10. 5.8. 5.8. 5.8. 5.8. 2.5. 3.5. They did go up quite quickly actually, because I'm sure I bought some of these people and they were rubbish, if that makes sense. They were quite low stats, and their stats have gone up massively. Apart from possibly Linda V. These are the first people I hired. I can't believe that they're the first people I hired. They're still, they're still. And to be fair, they were very low stats when I bought them first off, but they haven't really. They're not going up as well as I thought they would go up. But that's still good. They're still doing all right. They're still generating some cash. Hiring those 5 drivers though were a definite bonus. They definitely did better. Anyway, I've been your host. Thank you very much. I've been your host, Real Genetic Demon. Please feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next week. And we'll buy another truck. We'll try and find a helicopter, and we'll have a good time. Anyway, see you soon. Have a good weekend. Bye bye.